GrindnshineRecovery, guys. As always, hit that like, share, subscribe. With what I'm talking about today, guys, I want to say there are men and women who serve our country and serve in law enforcement that are great people. I'm going to speak about those that I've come in contact with that do abuse their power. The reason why is I'm doing a series called Diary of a Drug Addict. I'm going to talk about what first made me feel like, cops were against me and not really there to protect and serve. So, guys, this is going to be a great video. Watch till the end. Guys, I'm going to share about an officer I came in contact with at a young age. He was one of the first cops to ever pull me over. I remember when he pulled me and my friends over, taking us to the police station, trying to really get us to tell on each other and playing, the normal cop mind games like your friend already told us this or that, and, trying to get us to tell on each other. And I remember when my mom came to the station, my mom told me to shut up, and he's telling me he's going to charge me with the attempted attempt to buy marijuana or something crazy. That's just he was playing on me being a young teen and stupid, and I'm telling him he's crazy, he's wrong, blah blah blah, and my mom said, "Shut up. Look, he's not saying nothing else unless he has a lawyer here." And he released us right then. And I remember when he was letting me go, he said, "It's all right, I'll see you again." But you could tell in the way he said he would see me again, it was a threat. And I remember that day, my mom telling me if I was to ever be pulled over or ever be stopped by the police, to make sure I kept my hands out, don't make any sudden movements. And she stressed these things to me because she was really in fear herself by the way this cop threatened me. So, guys, I'm going to go on, maybe about a year later, and this cop, same officer, me and some friends are drinking. We're drinking Mad Dog 2020 and Wild Irish Rose, guys. And this is, when it sealed the deal in my head that I really felt a lot of cops were out to get me. And, I felt like I chose my line, I get my side of the line, with that, because I was in the young mentality of thinking I was gonna, be some, I guess some great criminal, some great hustler, whatever my stupid ambition was. I definitely picked the side of the line, with the law at this point, and it was because I felt like they were already against, me and the people I hung out with and stuff, and so, guys, like I said, we're drinking Wild Irish Rose and Mad Dog 2020, and it's me and a bunch of my friends, and we're hooting and hollering back in the woods, and we go to leave to go wherever we're going to go hang out from here, and we're, walking down this road, and this cop drives by and slows down, and we think automatically it's for us. So the two guys in the front start running, and me and my three buddies behind them start running. Well, I'm so drunk when I'm trying to jump this fence, guys, the cop, he pulls up in front and just yanks me off the fence. And literally, this cop, he was like super cop. He literally threw me in the back seat and just shut the door, jumped in the car, and, proceeded to follow my buddies who were running down behind this school, okay? And I'll never forget, I was in the back seat, drunk as could be, and I don't even think I was actually handcuffed at this point yet. He was, literally flooring it and literally trying to cut my buddy off by hitting him with the car. And I remember at that point just being like, oh my God, he's gonna run my buddy over with this car. And literally he drove up into the grass all the way up to the wood line. And my friends luckily did not get hit by the cops, but I definitely believe they were trying to. If that's what it took to catch them, they were willing to do that. And at a young age, that sealed the deal that I felt they were not, there to protect and serve. I felt buddies, and I remember thinking, oh my God, is he, he's going to run my buddies over. And I remember I'm sitting in the cop car drunk, and he's literally, my buddies hit the grass line, and I'm like, oh man, thank goodness. And, thinking he wouldn't proceed to chase them and try to hit them while, and run it going through the field. Well, he drives right through the field all the way up to the wood line, trying to, still cut my friends off with his car or run them over. And luckily, they were able to evade him and get into the woods. But I remember at that point sitting in the back of the car and being like, oh my God, like they just, he literally just tried to run my friends over with me in the back of the car. And, that made me have a feeling like these cops were really out to get me. Now, I was already down a criminal path and struggling with drugs at this point and everything. But I do believe this made me feel like, they were already out to get me and my friends. And looking back on it, they were doing this because they knew we were from poorer families that could not have legal recourse to get them for harassment and these things. But guys, there are good officers, but these officers who abuse their power, such as this officer that I'm talking about, he continued to harass me the rest of my life that he was, that I lived in that town. And, this guy, guys, I mean, I wouldn't have put it past him to plant drugs on someone if he really wanted to get, had some real vendetta against them. Like I said, had no concern that my buddies were only 14 and 15 years old. I mean, he literally was willing to run them down to catch them. And here it was over an underage consumption. And that's the thing, guys, is we got to realize, kids shouldn't be out drinking, but kids will be kids. And do you want officers that are willing to run a teenager down for, running when they're drunk? Or would you rather have an officer that would try to reach out to these kids and realize, I mean, for one, he knew that, he could have found out who these guys were. He probably knew who one of them was, surely, and I believe that's why he tried to hit that one person. But, guys, I just don't believe, police should abuse their power. So, guys, as always, I'm sharing my experience to hopefully educate others not to go down the same path I did. Guys, speaking on this cop that was abusing his power and willing to hurt kids. Not all cops are like that. There are many good cops. So with that said, the shame is we need to educate our police department so things like this don't happen. We need to educate them on how to deal with wide array of things such as mental illness and drug abuse. And we need to learn how to vet our police department better so that abuses don't happen. But as always, guys, like, share, subscribe.